Shalom. I just want to do a short video on article. Basically, I posted a clip about this, but now there's also an article about it. So yeah, I just want to jump into the article. I mentioned many times that this Dutch Edomites that they are special concerning wickedness. They always want to be on the forefront. The first one who the Dutch Edomites are the first one who sent a slave ship from the west coast of Africa to America. They were the last one to stop with slavery. So, they always want to be on the front four. They had a cocaine factory in Amsterdam during the First World War. They were selling cocaine or basically to everybody that was fighting in the war. So all these things, you had like the Switzel, baby products, they got big by opium. So, these Dutch Edomites, they're very special. And now they are busy with jabbing chickens. So, and they said they have to protect them against bird flu, and that is also, and they say that they claim that it's also protecting the people. But yeah, that's the same thing, Slacky man. I just wanted to put the charger in the phone because that's the same thing that they did during the C19. So yeah, let me just jump into the article. It's from nu.nl, which is a news platform. So Netherlands trendsetter with stab chickens protect people too. The Netherlands is the first EU country to stab chickens for the consumer market in the fight against bird flu. The poultry sector calls it a giant step in the right direction. Yeah. According to experts, it's initially good news for the chicken and the farmer. It's mainly the salvation for the larger numbers of poultry that are being killed. Viralist Marion Koopmans tells nu.nl. If poultry from a commercial company or petting zoo is infected, the animals must be killed. That is currently the only solution against spreading. That is of course not nice for the animals, but also emotionally for the poultry farmers, says Chairman Kees de Jong of LTO Pluimveehouderij. The sector would especially like to get rid of that culling, not only for animal welfare, but Esau, Esau doesn't care about the animals. I mentioned in my previous video, and they do like giving these animals growth hormones and all these things. Yeah, we have to be on with his filthy claws on everything. Not only for animal welfare, but also because of the infection rates, according to the young bird flu used to be much less common. That's why you did not have to call as often, but those times are over. He therefore sees the fact that the first chicks have been stabbed today as a giant step in the right direction. This devil gotta go, man. He really gotta go. He fucks up everything, man. And I used to eat most of the time. I eat chicken because chicken is like the least defiled here in Holland. It used to be the least defiled food, but yeah, the way things are looking right now, they fucking up the meat, man. Giving the cows and antibioticum, also growth hormones, all this shit. Fucking devil, man. Uh, which is this action? The Netherlands does lose the jab declaration, the declaration that we do not sell meat and eggs from stabbed animals. That is inconvenient for export because some countries do not want eggs or poultry meat from such a country. Of course, nobody wants that. This specifically concerns a bird flu stab because laying hens receive 10 to 15 different types of stabs. You see that? The Netherlands has agreed with other countries that it will only sell eggs from these stabbed animals in its own country. All countries agree to that, says de Jong. Yeah, of course. They don't want, they be like, yeah, go and poison your own people, in your own country. That prevents countries from no longer wanting our eggs or meat. No risk with the step. Yeah, like they say with the C19. You know, a lot of people died off. You know, or they are fighting with a long stay C19 and all that shit. You know. Moreover, the fear of other countries is outdated, says Kim Bouwman, of course. She works at Wageningen Bioveterinary Research, WBVR, on research into steps against bird flu. If you look purely at the steps, there are no risk involved, says Bauman. Of course, there's no risk involved. And meanwhile, people still dying from the big C disease, you know, for the big AIDS disease, you know. People been dying from those diseases, still can't find no cure. But, you know, bird flu is there, they got a cure. You know, C19 is there, they got a cure. Unbelievable. Previously, it was unclear whether antibodies in an animal came from a stab or an infection. That's why countries were afraid that the virus would enter the country via products. But now that distinction can be made, in addition, Bauman is not worried about food safety. Of course not. Don't forget, Holland is also the one that they got the insect factory going on, you know. I expect that all eggs are perfectly edible, of course. Well, don't you gonna eat it yourself, my fucking devil? Another concern was that a stabbed animal might not get sick from the virus. Yeah, like they said during the C19 in the beginning, you know, yeah, you will not get sick. Then they said, yeah, you're gonna get less sick. But people had to come back to get more devil juice because the C19 was, I said, mutating, you know. Fucking devils, man. Another concern was that a stabbed animal might not get sick from the virus but could still transmit it. According to de Jong, that's not the case with the current stab. Yeah, whatever. But Koopmans is a bit more cautious. He states that the experiment, you see, that is an experiment, but yet they want to talk like they already know how it's going to work. Like just the same thing that they did during the C19. And people falling for that. She states, but yeah, people that fall for that, they deserve, they deserve what is coming to them anyway. You know, if you want to fall for that shit, then yeah, deal with it. You know, she states that the experiment still has to show whether the protection remains, even if the animals are a bit older and were infected a long time ago. Bird flu is mainly spread by wild birds, of course. Stabs prevents wild birds from infecting poultry. These animals can then no longer make other birds or mammals sick. You know, they tried to push it on people, this and that. People got the bird flu, this and that. First man in America with the bird flu, blah blah. But people not really buying it. You know, the C19 has opened eyes of a lot of people, man. These animals can then no longer make other birds or mammals sick. This breaks a part of the complication spreading cycles, says Koopman. This also indirectly protects people who work with poultry, says the virologist. It's very rare for people to get sick, but you want to prevent that. And if animals do not get sick, they do not make the people who work with them sick either. But this does nothing for the sick wild birds. Koopmans does not make the virus in the wild bird disappear. Still, stabbing poultry can help in the bigger picture of bird flu. The fewer bird flu viruses that are circulating, the less chance there is of it changing into a variant that can also make people sick, says Bauman. And you got to keep this in mind. This devil, when the computer came, he developed a virus for the computer. You know, he is the virus of the earth, man. The so-called white people, the Edomites, they are the sickness of the earth, man. People who work very intensively with poultry or wild birds can also get bird flu, but there is as yet no variant that is transmitted from person to person. Experts are holding their breath for the moments that this does happen, of course. For this, they are mainly looking at the United States. Their cows have been affected with a variant of bird flu. That brings a human variant one step closer. Great story, man. Cows are mammals just like humans. The virus could change in cows in such a way that it can also spread to humans. That has not happened yet, but it really needs to be monitored closely, says Koopman. Yeah, get more fear into the people. But the new government in the United States is actually making larger scale cuts also on staff and at the organizations that have to monitor bird flu, says Koopmans. On the other hand, American President Donald Trump would like to do something about the egg shortage that is caused by bird flu. So it's possible that he will actually invest. Now the whole story goes on, blah blah blah, da 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 da, but basically my point is, this devil, these Edomites, this Dutch Edomites, they want to be first with wickedness again. So we really have, you already have to be a professor if you want to eat and stay a little bit in shape, stay healthy as good as possible. So now you also have to check where your meat is from. If the meat is from Holland, the chicken meat is from Holland and the eggs, yeah, better leave it, man. Better leave it. That's my advice, man. So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And this is just one part of it, So yeah, I just want to do a short on it, and yeah, basically that's it, man. So yeah, we being fucked on every side, man. That's what it is, This is another sign that shows you that Yahweh need to come back, man. Because Esau is really busy with getting rid, of everybody. Polluting everything, man. His filthy claws are on everything, man. So yeah, man, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. A double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all the Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and truth, and shalom to the sincere brothers and sisters who are at home watching the videos and do their best to please Yahweh Basham Yahushai. So yeah, man, with that, I'm going to say shalom.